My name is David, and I need to tell someone about what I've been seeing. Or rather, what I'm not seeing anymore. It started 3 weeks ago, right after the solar eclipse. My neighbor Marcus and I had watched it together from his backyard, sharing those special glasses and marveling at the cosmic spectacle. We'd been neighbors for 8 years, friendly enough to wave hello and chat about the weather, but that eclipse brought us closer. There was something magical about witnessing such a rare event together. The next morning, I was watering my garden when Marcus walked by on his way to work. I waved, he waved back, and that's when I first noticed it. His shadow was missing. At first, I thought it was just the angle of the sun, or maybe I wasn't paying attention. But as days passed, I became obsessed with watching him. Every morning at 7:15, Marcus would walk to his car. The sun would be shining, my shadow would stretch across the driveway, the mailbox would cast its shadow, even the birds flying overhead had shadows dancing on the ground. But Marcus moved through the world like a ghost, leaving no dark impression behind him. I started making excuses to be outside when he was around, checking the mail multiple times, suddenly developing an interest in gardening, even pretending to jog. Each time, the same impossible sight. Marcus would stand in direct sunlight, and the ground beneath him remained unchanged, as if light passed right through him. The really disturbing part wasn't just the missing shadow. Marcus seemed different too. His skin had an odd luminescence, almost translucent in certain lighting. His movements became eerily fluid, like he was floating just slightly above the ground. And his eyes, they reflected light in a way that made me uncomfortable, like looking into still water at night. I tried convincing myself I was losing my mind. Stress from work, too much coffee, maybe some kind of optical illusion. But then my wife Sarah noticed it too. She mentioned casually that Marcus looked pale lately, almost see-through. When I pressed her about his shadow, she went quiet and gave me that look wives give when they're worried about their husband's mental health. Last week, I worked up the courage to approach him directly. We were both getting our mail when I stepped closer, deliberately positioning myself so our shadows should have overlapped. Mine fell across the sidewalk as expected, but where Marcus stood there was nothing. Just empty concrete. I wanted to ask him about it, but something in his expression stopped me. He smiled, but it didn't reach those strange, reflective eyes. There was an otherworldly quality to his presence that made my skin crawl. The eclipse changed something fundamental about Marcus. He's still my neighbor, still waves hello, still tends his garden. But whatever stands in his yard each morning, casting no shadow on the earth below, I'm not sure it's entirely human anymore. Something cosmic touched him during those few minutes of darkness, and now the sun itself seems to forget he exists.